What's up, guys? Yes, I am back. It's been a good while. Mxgp 2020 just came out, and I thought I'd upload a video. I've been playing all morning, trying to find a setup for the 250s. I haven't rode the 450s yet, only 250s at the moment. Also, I should also note that I am playing in advanced physics with manual and everything off. So I'm pretty sure standard would work for this bike setup as well. But that's what I'm playing in. So let's get right into this bike setup. So the bike setup that I made, I wanted to be more precise. I wanted to, have more freedom since the last game was very stiff. I want my rider to move around. Alright, so the first one we're going to do is suspension. I think that's the main part in this game, suspension. If you don't have a good suspension, you're going to have a hard time fighting the bike to do what you want it to do. So for your springs, for my fork, I went 3 to the right. For the rear swing arm, I went 2 to the right. For my preload, with the fork, I went 2 to the left. And for my rear swing arm, I went 3 to the left. For my fork shock absorber, for the low compression speed, I went 2 to the right. And for my low extension speed, I went 3 to the right. For my high compression speed, I went 3 to the left. And for my high extension speed, I went 3 to the right. For my rear swing arm shock absorber, for the low compression speed, I went 2 to the left. And for the low extension speed, I went 3 to the right. For my high compression speed, 2 to the left. And for the high extension speed, 3 to the right. That is for the suspension. The next one we're going to do is gear ratio. So for the gear ratio, I left the final ratio at medium. For the first gear, I just went 1 to the left. And for second gear, I went 2 to the left. For third gear, I left in the middle. And for fourth gear, I went right, 1 to the right. And for fifth gear, 1 to the right. So pretty much what I did here was from first, I want to get from first to second pretty fast. And by doing that, I'm able to get into third. And depending on the track, I can stay within third and fourth almost the whole game. Because fifth gear, I find fifth gear in this game is very useless. You'll see what I mean when you start messing around with it. Like, once you get into fifth gear, you start to kind of slow down for some reason. At least what I've experienced. But this is what my gear ratio is. For brake response, I left it at modular. The reason why is because if you put it to aggressive, at the bottom it says, aggressive brake response lets you execute deeper and quicker braking. However, at the risk of locking out the wheels, resulting in a loss of grip. Now, for me for what I do in this game is I try to be consistent and, smooth. So I'm not really trying to be aggressive, so modular is more my option. And accelerator mapping, I'll set it modular as well. Mainly the same thing, I'm not really aggressive in this game. Now we go into wheelbase. For wheelbase, I changed it to long. The reason why is because it's more stable, because we made the bike really precise. You're going to be moving around a lot, so you might get kicked here and there. So I changed the wheelbase to long just to give me more of that stability. It says you're going to lose cornering, but you don't really notice it. I don't notice it. I don't even notice I lost any cornering. If anything, it feels like it improved my cornering. When you try this setup out, you'll see what I'm talking about. Now let's get onto the track so I can show you how this bike setup is. Now, I didn't really choose a track. I just went straight into whatever track it was giving me. Right off the bat, you can tell no loss of cornering at all. If anything, I have more control of turning, just like that. Very stable. Not getting kicked around at all. Whoa. But I did a little scrub somehow. And right there, that's what I'm talking about too. Like, if I go into first gear, let me get to a flat ground. So I want to get into my gears as quick as possible. So if I go into first gear, I'm going to rev out at 30 miles per hour, right? It's going to force me to go into second really fast. And then I'm going to go straight to 42 miles per hour, which is going to rev that out. That's where I'm going to rev out in second gear. So once I get into 42, I'm already in third gear. And third gear, I left alone because it revs out pretty far. Mainly I can stay in third. But if I want to, I could go into fourth as well. Let me get the background. And I'm good in fourth. I don't know, that's the gear ratio that works for me. See, all I care about is, you know, turning how my bike reacts. Right now, he reacts pretty dang good. I am very proud of myself that I came up with a good bike setup super fast. But like I said, this works for me. It might not work for you. But, I mean, you don't know until you try, so. Look how smooth that is. So much flow. Alright, so there you go. There's a, and I got a trophy as well, new record, cool. So there it is, that's my bike setup. Now, you know, I will probably post a 451 once I get to the 450 class in career mode, which I will be, you know, putting up videos of career. I want to make a little series out of that. But yeah, this is the bike setup that works for me, and it might work for you as well. If it does, let me know. If it doesn't, you know, that's fine. But let me know what you guys think. Give me feedback. If you guys have a better setup, put that in the comments. I would like to try out that setup. Maybe it's better than mine. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.